Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton.
And I am Thabiti Mpinga.
Inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback,
A positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. Along with you. Happy Monday to everyone out there. Thank you so much for tuning in to Feedback. My name is Theo Broughton, co-founder of Hood Research, and my co-host.
To the program.
Absolutely. Just want to say hello to Sister Fedora and to Jesse and to Carl and Keith and Ron and Katrina and all of you who tune in to us and also join us in our conference call every Saturday as well. Who you want to give a shout out to, Thabiti?
Shout out to first the Detroit Lions. Go Lions! I just want to indicate to our listeners that and viewers that the engineer has his Lions jersey on. I have mine on as well because all hope was lost for a moment. But also, I just want to say Professor Griggs, and as you mentioned, Katrina, I want to thank her for this Palestinian scarf. I support their cause. And Sister Ruth Ann, Brother Fred, Brother Shane, and Andrea, who is not our guest, Andrea, but she's still a good sister. And as I always say, have your pen and paper handy because you never know when you're going to write something down. And I'm sure we're going to say something you want to keep.
That's right. I know if I mentioned Sister Fedora, she watches us every Monday as well. Our guest this morning is Adrienne Fields with a product that all of us need, all of us use. She's going to tell us about the wonders of it and how we will want to support it, as I do. Miss Adrienne Fields, who is Adrienne Fields? Let's start with that.
Well, Andrea Fields on Veterans Day is first and foremost a veteran. Yay.
Oh, yes. All right.
Thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure. I am a mother. I am a crafter. I'm proficient in 13 needleworks, and I sew. I guess that's about enough. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a cousin. I'm a sister in Christ. I'm a lot of things.
All right. Now, which branch of the military did you serve?
I started out in the Air National Guard and transferred to the Army National Guard, where I, served the majority of my time.
Wow. Okay. Now, we want to tell everybody about this product.
Yes.
Good product.
It is.
How did you get started? What did you name it? How we want people to use it so they will know how good it is as well.
Wonderful. Well, first let's say it's Perfect Choice laundry detergent sheets. My standard spiel is it has no dyes, no waxes, no platelets, no parabens. It's super gentle on sensitive skin. It helps neutralize odors. It has 4 kinds of salt in it, so it helps preserve the colors of your clothes over time. It has built-in fabric softeners, so you can literally take it from the washer, put it in the dryer with no fabric sheets, no balls, and no liquid fabric softener. And on medium heat, you will not miss that you didn't have those things. It will come out static free. One of the other things I love about this product is that you can literally take one sheet, dissolve it in a spray bottle of water, and you have a pre-treater. So you're essentially getting 3 products in one with this. Perfect Choice laundry detergent sheets.
Oh.
And you asked 2 questions. The second question was how I came up with the product. Well, I am a seamstress by trade and a crafter. I'm proficient in 13 needleworks, as I mentioned, and I've had sewing studios where I've taught sewing and various forms of crafts for about 30 years. I've taught at several schools also contractually, not as a employed teacher, but contractually. And I had so my business ebbs and flows. It, sometimes I'm doing really great and then sometimes I ain't doing nothing. So Most
wow.
entrepreneurs know that game, but
Yes.
I just got to the point after the pandemic, after I lost my home, I kept saying I need to find a way to earn money, sustainably, that my earning potential isn't affected by what's going on in society. So I was just praying about it and saying, what can I do? And it just so happened that someone came in and needed some work done, some alterations done, and they asked me about a dress that they had gotten a stain on. It may have been pants, but it was silk, whatever it was. And when I was getting ready to give them my standard spiel of how to clean this, it just dawned on me that I'm always telling people to go to get this product or go to get that product or pull this out of your sink and out of your cupboard.
Right.
And I can be manufacturing my own product. And
your own cleaning.
right.
Yes,
That's how the brainchild was born. But it was several months later that I, was invited to Global Empowerment Ministries and actually learned how to source a product. And I actually experimented with 4 already existing formulas. And this is the one I came back to, the one that is Perfect Choice Cleaning Solutions Laundry Detergent Sheets.
Wow.
That was a long story, wasn't it?
That's excellent. Wow. And you are, I have to interject, a member of the Thursday Luncheon Group.
I am.
Which is
Happily so.
Yeah, me too. A group of business owners, and I really appreciate them and their efforts as well. And I was glad that's where I met you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we have talked about going forward. Mm-hmm. Not complaining, looking back, and all of that. There's nothing you can do to change that. But going forward, this is a thought about. What was it? There was a book a long time ago called Think and Grow Rich.
Correct.
And that sounds like that's what you did. You thought about it. You were saying, pull this out of the cabinet, pull that out of the cabinet. It'll get that spot out and get that. I said, wait a minute. I'm thinking. So I'm going to grow rich and not just tell people about pull this product out. Wow. Now, the Perfect. Tell us the name again. Perfect.
Well, the company name is Perfect Choice Cleaning Solutions LLC, and the product name is Perfect Choice Laundry Detergent Sheets.
Perfect choice.
Yes, it is the perfect choice for laundry.
Yeah, right. It has cleaning, which is 1, fabric softener, which is 2.
Correct.
And the third was
bicarbonate. That's the component that neutralizes odors.
Okay. Those are benefits of the Perfect Choice Laundry Detergent. Mm-hmm. Right? Okay.
Yes.
Now, you said sheets.
Yes.
It comes in sheets. Tell
us
about
it does.
How it, what do you look for?
So actually, sheets have been on the market for about 6 years. And what it is so the theory is that all liquid laundry detergents have up to 90% water, and it is a concentrate at its base. And so what the sheets are, it's a concentrated laundry detergent that has an emulsifier that turns it into a sheet. In fact, if it's okay with you, I'll open this so your viewing audience can actually see what a sheet looks like. Sure. It's pretty small, and it will clean up to 15, it'll dissolve in up to 15 gallons of water and be effective.
Okay. Now, 15 gallons of water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you're thinking about your regular washing machine, how many gallons of water in a regular
12 to 15.
Okay. So your washing machine fills up from 12 to 15 gallons of water.
Correct.
Which accommodates 1 sheet. 1
full sheet. And that's for a large load, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the size of that sheet is what? 6 inches, about 6 inches?
No, I actually don't know the exact dimensions. That's something I've never been asked.
Now, is that a full sheet?
That is a full sheet.
It's about 4 by 4.
Maybe 4 by 6, maybe 4 by 5.
4 by 5, something like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. So one sheet of a regular large load, 12 to 15 gallons of water fills the regular washing machine. Mm-hmm. And do you put, you mentioned medium heat. So when you're washing your items, do you turn the machine on for cold, medium, hot water? You know what?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. And I'm
Mm.
I'm so proud to say that my sheet, this Perfect Choice, this little sheet will dissolve in any temperature water, even icy cold water. So, and one of the complaints I've heard about people who've told me that they were formerly using pods is that pods don't always break down in cold water. So I'm happy to tell them this will.
Okay. I generally wash my clothes in cold water,
Mhm.
and that's why I was, asking about the temperature when you had said the medium heat on the dryer.
Mhm.
And there's another question I want to ask us about that. Oh, the it comes in a box, a jar. I mean, how many in a package?
Well, it comes in a biodegradable packaging, and it's 32 sheets in a package. But I want you to see that these sheets are they're perforated, so they tear apart easily. So 1/2 a sheet is very effective on a medium to small load. If you're hand washing, you can even break that down into 1/4 of a load and use 2 halves, one for the soaking and then rinse, and then one for the actual washing and then rinse, depending on how soiled the items you will be hand washing are.
That was the other thing. You were saying you take the sheet, you put it in a jar, and you let it sit and make a spray.
Correct, in the spray bottle.
That's right.
As a pre-treater, yes.
Right. Yeah, I didn't want to leave that out because that was one of the other benefits.
Yes.
And when you do a pre-treatment bottle with the sprayer, does it settle, or can you may not need that for this one load, you have some left. Does it stay for, say, the next load? You may find a tablecloth, or you need to spray a spot on the tablecloth. Once you have made the pre-soak solution, how long can you keep it in the spray bottle?
Oh, I love that question. So, most people don't know, but the whole purpose of laundry detergent isn't to clean your clothes. It's actually to relax the fibers so the dirt can pass through while it's being agitated in the washer. That's why agitating the washers that don't agitate don't work, because they need that force in order for the dirt and debris to pass through. So to answer your question, with this sheet, if you have it in a spray bottle as a pre-treater, you can spray it at any time and leave it in the clothing, because it'll dry, of course, but once it's reactivated, it's still going to release the clothes. But what it's done in the meantime is protected that stain and kept it from spreading. I will add, just as full disclosure, that if you're using Perfect Choice laundry detergent sheets in a spray bottle for oil stains, add 2 or 3 drops of liquid Dawn. I mean, it's great on protein stains, not necessarily oil-based stains.
Okay.
There's a question by Karen Winston. Are they biodegradable?
Well, the sheets technically are biodegradable, but I can't say that they are because it hasn't been evaluated, by proper authorities.
Oh, okay. But if it dissolves, the sheets you're talking about.
Correct.
Right, Thabiti?
Yes. Well, I just got a written question, but so I can't elaborate on their thought. However, I would think, that's the point. Yes.
Yeah. And so what biodegradable is, anything that breaks down in soil is technically biodegradable, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be without consequence to the environment. And I think that's her general question. Can you bury it in soil and it not be, cause prolonged damage, right, to the environment or be toxic?
Oh, I got you. Oh, okay. Wow.
I've got a question. I'm curious. Do you set your washing machine settings and then you put it in, or do you wait until the tub fills up, or can you put it in with the clothes and then set your automatic settings and then let that operate that way.
Yeah. My personal favorite way is to put the clothes in first and then put the sheet on top of the clothes. Some people prefer to use a dispenser that they have for their liquid. You can just go ahead and put a sheet in the bottle and shake it up and use that in your dispenser. So it's really up to you how you would use it. I would suggest that you don't use it from the bottom. Put it in the washer first unless your washer fills from the bottom to the top. For the most effective use, you want the sheet to break down before all the clothes are wet. Before all the clothes are wet. So, and I don't know of a washer that fills from the bottom, but if you do have a washer that fills from the bottom up, it would break the sheet down and make all the water soluble with the solution before it starts agitating.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, no.
Technical.
Yeah, right.
Oopsie.
Because I have filled my washer and I use before a perfect choice, a liquid laundry detergent, and I put the water in, detergent in, and it starts to swish. And then I put the clothes in because all of the water has some detergent in it now.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, in this instant, don't put the water in. Just put the clothes in the washer.
Correct.
Then turn the water on.
And just put the sheet in. Then turn the water on.
Oh.
Clothes first. Sheet second.
Water third.
Yeah.
Oh, they do put it in the water somewhere. Oh, okay. Very interesting.
It is.
It is. Okay. Then with the dryer, you want to make sure that it's on warm rather than hot, right?
Right. Medium rather than high. And what happens when it's on high heat? A lot of people think that it dries faster. What it does is cook your clothes.
Oh my goodness.
It's like the difference between simmering a pot of water and boiling a pot of water.
So we don't want to boil the clothes.
Right. We don't want them to fry. We want your clothes to last a nice long time.
Okay. Nowadays, silks at one time had to be sent to cleaners only.
Correct.
But now you seem to be able to wash silk. And is there anything different you would do if you had a washable silk with the perfect choice?
Well, I love that question because most people don't understand that silk is one of the most naturally resilient fibers or textiles there is anywhere. It is made from a live organism. It is I think it's called the pulpa of a silkworm. Okay. And so when they make those strings, that's what they take. It is virtually indestructible. Silk has always been washable. What makes it not washable is either the coating they put on the fabric or the dyes that are in the fabric that might compromise the silk.
So what interferes with it is mankind.
Right. Exactly. Good point.
Okay. Now, when you purchase something these days, I mean, there's so many nice fabrics, Yes. Do you look for a label that will say washable silk, or does it matter anymore?
Well, again, most of the things we have as textiles can be washed in one way or another. But yes, absolutely look at the label because the manufacturer knows what additives were put on the clothes or made in the clothes that will make it washable or not washable. For example, I think one of my favorite examples is those down coats. How everyone used to wear them back in the day. I'm sure people still have those and wear them.
Right,
the goose feather down.
Yeah.
And they are beautiful coats. But once you wash them, that protective coating leaves it. And that's why the feathers start coming out because the coating is no longer on the coat.
Oh, Oh.
Yeah, the feathers destroy. I mean, the washing
What
process destroyed it.
destroys the-
But using a proper chemical at a laundry or at a dry cleaner will keep those chemicals in place, so your feathers don't come out.
Oh, okay. They're protesting.
Essentially.
Right. Why you do this to me?
Right, exactly. You know.
Oh, wow. About the video, you were going to say something?
Well, I'm curious. One of the things, okay, I just want to make note for people that it also says that it's gentle on sensitive skin.
Right.
Because I didn't know, but I gave some laundry detergent to my son because I didn't think my daughter wanted it. And well, somebody had given it to me. I was doing some work for them, and they said, "Look, I can't use it." I said, "I can't use it either," but I gave it to my son. But I mentioned the gentle skin because he told me that my daughter uses something that's supposed to be for, I guess, non-scented, gentle skin. You know, ladies are just more delicate, so y'all need things that we don't need. We get a bar of lava soap, right? We good to go.
I haven't heard that name in ages.
LAVA. Dun, dun, dun. Wow.
Yeah.
It
And
is.
so what most dermatologists recommend that that fragrance is one of the additives in laundry detergents that affects skin. This does have a fragrance, but another beautiful aspect of Perfect Choice laundry detergent sheets that I hadn't mentioned before is that it rinses clean. So unlike a lot of liquid or powdered laundry detergents, there are no detergent residues left in your clothing once you rinse it. And so even though it's a soft fragrance now, once you actually rinse it, you may not smell anything. It'll just be clean. So one of the things about detergent staying in clothes, that's what makes your skin irritated. Not because the clothes are wrong, it's because of the detergent. And a lot of dermatologists have recommended that laundry detergent should actually be in the health and beauty category because of the way it affects the skin. Can I make another comment?
Of
Sure.
course.
So one of the biggest things about there being no platelets in this laundry detergent is because platelets are a man-made substance. They are one of the additives that is considered to be a carcinogen, and that's why they have been taken out of most laundry detergent products. But they used to exist in things like toys and beauty products and plastic. So that's one of the reasons this product does not have platelets, because it is considered to be a carcinogen and would adversely affect how you are able to wear it.
Now, I'm kind
Wow.
of curious because I've heard the term platelet used when they speak about blood, but but how does that, but for the average person, I'm an average person, what is a platelet? I mean, that we should, have fear of it.
Yeah. So a platelet in blood, and it's funny that you mentioned that, because when I was developing this product and I looked it up, a platelet in laundry detergent and other products acts about the same way that a platelet does in your blood system. A platelet is literally an emulsifier. It's what holds the things together. And blood is literally what holds our life together. One of the additives that holds our lives
God for
together.
that.
So,
Yeah,
and what
right.
makes it so important, what was the question you said? What makes it important, or what makes it?
What is it?
Yeah, I needed to know the definition because I
Okay.
only can think of it in terms of biological, but
Right.
not otherwise.
Right, but that's what it essentially is. It's an emulsifier. So for this one, polyvinyl alcohol is used instead of the platelets to hold the sheets together to make it this substance here. But what happens is some people say, well, polyvinyl alcohol isn't good either. Polyvinyl alcohol is essentially like Elmer's glue, and everyone knows that Elmer's glue is water soluble. But the criticism lately has been, because there has been rising criticism, I might as well put it on the table. But the criticism has been is that it sometimes forms what they call plastic particles. So if you as a child have ever put Elmer's glue on your hand and let it dry and peel off, I don't know a child who hasn't done that. And those things that are left on your skin, the things that don't peel off easy, that's what they're suggesting has the ability to clog our pipes. But given enough water, those things come off anyway. You just have to make it tacky and rinse it. That's why we highly recommend that you use the recommended amount of Perfect Choice laundry detergent sheets for your laundry. You don't need 2 sheets for a large load. Unless it's a heavily soiled load, then try 1.5 sheets first.
Mhm.
So
Now,
Wow.
we're getting to the bottom of the hour, and there's some FCC stuff that has to go on. So we're getting ready to take our bottom of the hour break. Theo would suggest to you, what would you suggest to them, Theo?
Well, I suggest that you refill your glass of orange juice or your cup of coffee or tea and call some family, friends, neighbors, co-workers and tell them to learn about Perfect Choice laundry detergent. And we will be back momentarily.
I'm James Ford, founder of the Obama Weekend, and a partner of the Hood Research Team, composed of the knowledgeable Theo Broden, the super analyst Henry, and the colorful Al Martin. This team discusses politics, seen and not seen, at the national, state, and local level. But to enhance the goals of this team, join or donate to Hood Research by visiting Twitter or Facebook, or visit hoodresearch.org, or call 248-234-2371. You can also join Hood Research on Phonecast every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by calling 978-990-5000, access code 338729. Thank you very much.
It's the These Nuts Show with your host, Butter and friends. Butter here, magician escape artist, practicing for my show tonight. Come on in, have a seat.
Everybody settle, Butter, you're on in 5, 4, 3, 2.
In a few seconds, you gotta be enough to get out of this one. Twist a little turn, ta-da! It's showtime. It's your old friend Butter here. I may be a nut, but I know to wear my mask. Please welcome our first guest tonight, fitness guru, Wally Wallnut.
Wally Wallnut here to tell you to wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds so you will stay healthy and strong like me.
Almond Cruz here, sliding in with the news. Distance is what we must do to stay away from the chew and other germs in the air that might be trying to get on you. Social distancing is a wonderful way to see friends. As long as you're 6 feet apart, you win.
Hey there, friends. I wouldn't miss this for the world. It's me, Pumpkin Spice, your healthy girl. Remember, it's important to use your kind hearts and follow the signs to stay healthy and safe at all times.
Chica Chiminsky here to say, don't forget the little ones that need you to lead the way. That's how we remember to wash our hands, mask, and social distance today.
Morgan Raisin. Yes, it's me, here to sing about health and safety. We are all here to help get a message out to your grapevine, teaching healthy choices to stay safe all the time.
Don't let these guys drive you nuts. Put your mask on first. They'll let you be. And it keeps me safe from the
chew
that's trying to get on me.
Butter me up. She's right, you know. Thank you, Hallie Cranberry, for joining the show. Let's all be nuts about our health. Social distancing, wash your hands frequently, use hand sanitizer, and wear a mask. Practice what we learned to stay away from the chew germs. We're all in this together. Coming soon, the many adventures of these nuts in a theater near you.
Feedback.
Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.
Always remember to take us along with you. And we have with us this morning Andrea Fields, the lady who really took that book seriously, even though she may or may not have ever read it. You think and grow rich. That was fantastic.
Yes.
You know, before we get started on the questioning, I need to have you give us your contact information. You have a website, right?
I do.
And
I
then
do.
We need to do that.
Okay. Well, my web address is contact us at perfectchoicecleaningsolutions.com. I know it's long, but it'll help you remember the name of the company. Again, that web address is contact us at perfectchoicecleaningsolutions.com.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Is there a number, or are there some locations that you want to share as well?
Well, actually, yes, I'd love to. Our sheets are actually in 20 stores now locally.
Wonderful.
So they are, and I am not able to rattle it off, but Healthwise Health Food in Warren on 8 Mile and DeQuinder, they are at both Zerbos, the one in Livonia and the one in Commerce Township. They are at Holiday Market in Royal Oak. Let's see. Morris Health Food on 7 Mile near Greenfield. House of Pie on 7 Mile between Greenfield and the Lodge.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Actually, that's on 7 Mile.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Sussex, I think it's across the street.
Right. But if you go to my Facebook page, and the Facebook page name is Perfect Choice, there should be a list of all the stores we're in currently.
Mm-hmm. Now back up to the first one.
Okay.
Is that Mikhail's?
It is
food
Mikhail's
store?
health food store.
On
Yes.
8 Mile. Okay.
Yeah, and they sell very well there. So if you don't see him when you go, he'll call me.
He'll say, "Hey."
Can I make another comment that really surprised me about this venture? So I originally decided that my target market was going to be outdoor enthusiasts and people who like to travel because of the portability of these laundry detergent sheets. So it's really amazing me that more and more people who are health conscious and environmentally conscious are loving the sheets more than seemingly outdoor enthusiasts. I have had a lady call me back and let me know that she took some sheets and traveled with her, just put them in a Ziploc bag, and she says she loved them so much more than those little soaps they leave in the hotel for you. And she travels quite extensively, so I'm really happy about that.
That's good. Now there's another one you said. Is it Royal Oak? That's
Holiday
on
Market.
Main Street.
Correct.
Off of Woodward Avenue.
Correct.
We're in what's that, 9 Mile in Maine. I like to do landmarks,
Yes.
people, so they can kind of identify where it is. And the one on 7 Mile that you go to, Thabiti,
House of Pie.
House of Pie, right. He's a member of Hood Research.
Yeah, that's actually where my physical location is. I rent a suite in the back where they have the business offices.
Oh yeah.
So my business office is literally in House of Pie.
Oh, okay.
Small world, right?
That's right. That's right. So we got to get you to be a member of Hood Research also.
Yeah.
The idea of you saying you had thoughts of environment, but when you think about the fact that people will not be allergic as they are to other cleaning products, that's a big plus.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Now, the affordability of the product, is it comparable to other the detergent? You know.
Well, across the board, it's actually less expensive, and that's my strategy as a new brand to help people want to experience my product. Yeah. So actually, for this show, the product sells online on my website for $12.99 per package, and that is with shipping included. But anyone who orders and puts, let's say, Theo, you just say Theo when you order, I will actually sell it to you for $10.99, shipping included.
All right. That would be.
And you have to order today.
Okay. The idea of people who are, say, in an apartment, unfortunately, there seems to be a whole host of investors swarming around this city, and they want to build what do they call them? I call them efficiency apartments. They have another name for one bedroom and some no bedroom, at all. And I would think that this product would fit very well when you talk about the Ziploc bag, or you can, you would have a need for less space.
Yes.
Yeah. Because the product that I was using was in a bottle about, I don't know, maybe a quart and a half or some such size as that. And you definitely need some space to put 2 or 3 bottles of that size.
Correct.
But with this one, it fits real neat, real just right there.
Yes, it does. Look how thin it is.
Right, you don't have to think about it. Just there it is, right?
Right.
And so it helps with organizing in your laundry room or in your kitchen or wherever it is you're going to store it, in linen closet,
Correct.
So people need to think about those kinds of things as well as they think about renting these efficiency places that are being put up here. Sadly, we don't have investors who are concerned about constructing homes and even apartment buildings, for that matter, with 2 bedrooms, possibly 3. The place that I'm very aware of that has the largest apartment spaces is New York. When you go in some of those apartments, it's as big as a 3 or 4 bedroom house. Seriously, But anyway, tell us about your other entrepreneurial spirit, the seamstress.
Okay.
Do you do designing and all of that good stuff too?
No, I don't do designing. I actually learned how to sew at the age of 9. My mother made me do my mother's mantra was, if you're bored, you need something to do.
Okay.
And so I'm fortunate in that she often gave me something to craft, and I just fell in love with it. And she is a masterful, was a masterful seamstress. I mean, I used to be so fascinated with the way people would bring her a bag of fabric and some thread and walk out with these elaborate garments.
Wow.
I remember one day she made do you remember when the window pane denim was in style?
Yes.
I remember one day she made this window pane man's jacket, and I'm telling you, the expression on that man's face when he saw the jacket, and every pane was matched even on the shoulders. And I was like, wow, this is really, and I didn't really realize what it was until I started sewing. So that was my beginning. And there was a book, I think it was Better Homes and Garden Maiden, and it was called Needlework. So that just, as a child, that was like my constant companion. So because my mother made us read all the time we were reading something. In fact, Think and Grow Rich is one of my favorite books. I've read it at least twice as a child. I've read Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice by Dennis Kimbrough and Napoleon Hill at least half a dozen times. and have gifted dozens of that book because it's so replete with African American history that I just love it. It's an excellent motivator of a book. So go back to where we were. And so I learned how to crochet. I learned how to knit. I learned how to embroider. I learned how to macrame. I've learned a lot of skills along the way, and I did it just because I loved it. And at some point when I was going through high school, I graduated from Central. A career counselor said, well, what do you love to do? Oh, I love to knit. Well, that's not a job. What do you love to do? And so they determined that home economics might be a great choice for me. So that was kind of the trajectory I was on. But because I'm a woman of God and I love God and I pray and I believe I hear him when he prays, he kept saying, major in marketing, when I went to get my degree. So I majored in marketing instead of sewing, but I couldn't stop sewing. So I just started teaching children at home. And, then I got into a place where I was making dolls and manufacturing them, and they just kind of blew up. But that's the long story of how I started. And I had all these places that I was teaching sewing, including it in my home. And eventually I just took, this Perfect Choice laundry detergent sheets kind of took over because they were generating revenue faster and more consistently. This product was launched last year in August of 2023. So,
wow.
Yeah.
You just clean COVID-19 out of here. That was a good idea.
Right.
A couple of things. One, when you mentioned marketing, I was just thinking how well that works with what your product is, and let's say other things, because a lot of times people have things that they want to, provide for the public, but branding and marketing is so critical when it comes to actually getting your product or your service out there and making people aware of it. So your foundational background in marketing seems like to be excellent. And then the fact that you mentioned you're in 20 stores as well, I applaud that as well, because some people have, let's say, they have their stock or their inventory in the garage or at their home or something like that, but they don't know how to take that next leap. So maybe just as a side note, what would you suggest to someone who has something, whatever the product or item might be or service, what would you give them as basics for marketing whatever they have?
Well, let me start by saying when I got my degree, grassroots marketing was the big thing, but don't age me, okay? I just claim 35 all the time. So don't guess how old or young I might be, but grassroots marketing was the biggest thing. And so I learned, just going to school, how important it was to be confident in approaching people and talking to people about your product and knowing your product. So I would say the very first thing I would suggest that a person do is know your product. Know everything that you can know about your product and learn about your competition, because that'll give you more favorable talking points about your product, and then go introduce your product. So 6 of the 20 stores I'm in right now were by referral, because someone used my product and said, hey, I have a friend who works here, and I told them you're coming. When I finished my onboarding process with Meijer, and I'm being considered for 2 other big box stores as we speak. But when I first got considered for Meijer, I had been going back and forth to a particular Meijer, and they were like, we're not taking locals in it just yet. And so one day the manager said, how far are you willing to drive? Go try this particular Meijer. And I said, okay, I'll do it. And I slept on it for about 2 or 3 days, but it kept gnawing at me. And when I went to that Meijer, she had already referred me. It was just a matter of me starting and completing the onboarding process. So they haven't made their first order yet, but it started with me just having conversations. I will add, going to Global Empowerment Ministries has really given me a keener insight on how to market to bigger box companies, which I didn't have. I've never had any fear about going to smaller companies because I've had success with marketing my dolls to smaller companies before, but now I have the courage and wisdom and know how to go to bigger box companies.
Now, does that work on like a consignment basis, or do they just give you sell them a certain amount of product for a certain thing, and then they at that point become a distributor or provider for the public?
So for me personally, I started with the 3 first stores I had. One of them I did start consignment basis because they weren't sure. And I said, well, this product works. I said, I'll tell you what, if I give you 12 of them on consignment and they sell, will you buy the products? And they said yes. And I said, I'm coming back tomorrow. I went back tomorrow with the next day with my chair, and I sold all 12 of those sheets within an hour. And of course, they've been a client ever since. So it really depends on I personally, if I did not want to push my product in those stores, I wouldn't sell them on consignment, because you have to be able to trust who you're selling to, that they will give you the money, and that you're confident that the product itself will sell and that it is worth it. And people aren't going to come back and complain about it.
Okay, now another thing I wanted to bring up, and this is for the benefit of the audience as well, is that I noticed that you have a certain certifications, which include, I want to say small business, but even with these glasses on, I got trouble seeing, so. But I noticed the Small Business Association, the Women-Owned Small Business.
I don't know if you can see this on the screen.
SAM, which stands for the System for Award Management, and also minority-owned businesses. Right, so can you tell us about the certifications and how does one go to get certified? How did you, make that move?
Well, this is one of the amazing parts of being involved with Global Empowerment Ministries. I've had other businesses that I never knew anything about any kind of certification. So that's one of the things they teach there at no cost. So for the minority-owned business, I am not certified minority-owned business, but they teach you how to become a certified minority-owned business. It's just not my time yet for that. SAM, System for Award Management, if you're interested in being a government contractor, they teach you a class on how to apply, and I am SAM certified, and it didn't cost me anything to get that certification. I would not have known that. And there are people online who send me emails, even to this day, wanting me to pay them $500 or $1,000 or $1,500 to go to this seminar or take this class or have this person apply for my certification. You said earlier when we were beginning how important it is, and that's what the Thursday luncheon group talks about, how important it is for us to communicate with one another and give others the vital information that we ourselves have amassed. And that's what Global Empowerment does. And so for the women-owned business certification through the SBA, I got that just as a member of SAM, System for Award Management. And then for the service disabled veteran, I did get injured while I was in service, and I do have that certification as a certified veteran business owner. So, and all of these are certifications I might not have known anything about without paying through the arm and nose, had I not known that there's an organization who will walk me through it at no cost to me. But I do have to do the work. That's another thing that I think is so pivotal. Just because you're getting free information doesn't mean that you're going to be successful by osmosis. You still have to do the work. I felt like I was getting kind of preachy there, didn't I?
Amen. And I just say that people really needed to hear that and hear it in that context, because a lot of people don't really want, I'll use myself as an example. Although maybe my heart wasn't in it to the extent it was, but I published a book back in 2000. Okay, but now when I was speaking to you about marketing, it's the idea that you have to, like you say, you get out there and do the footwork and do it. So I did put some books in consignment over at Book Beat in Oak Park, 5 books, but my heart wasn't, I'm glad to see your enthusiasm, forgive me, and your commitment, excuse me, Theo, take over for a moment.
Your commitment to the product. And I think that as a 35-year-old, being 4 years younger than me, okay?
I love
it. This is working beautifully.
It is.
And I think too that when a person is deciding what they want to do, is always good to sit and write down many of your thoughts, because a person can have a good idea and the next day they can't remember all of the pieces to it, know. So it's very good to keep notes. And I suggest to both men and women, or I should say males and females, because they start early. You don't wait until you're grown to start this. It's been said that ladies keep a diary and men keep a journal. You know, well, no, men don't want you to say he keeps a diary. It's fine. But write this stuff down, you know, because the information that you think up, you don't get all of your information from outside of you. A lot of it comes from within.
Yes.
Like what you've been talking about this morning. So it is important for you to keep a working journal of your own, so that you know it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be formal. You can have a legal pad if you know that's what you want. A notebook. And today, afternoon or evening, when you're finished with whatever you had planned to do for that day, just think over what happened that day and what was important that may lead to your next invention, your next creation, your next networking opportunity.
Now, I want to follow up on what Theo was saying, because Theo knows very well as our engineer, wonderful engineer, Tim, that I always say during the show, have your pen and paper handy. Now, what Theo was saying about journals for men and diaries for women, I think is very critical. Myself, as I've indicated from time to time on the show, I'm a lyricist, I'm a writer, poet, and things along that artistic line. And so I always have pen and paper handy, because as you said, Theo, you don't want to get a thought and then, you know, somewhere along the line, 10 other thoughts follow it, and you can't remember what the original thought is. And then you frustrate yourself trying to say, I know it, no, but if you write it down, you make a note of it, just a small brief note, then you can always go, and your imagination is creative enough that it'll fill in all the other parts. But you need to have that seed in order to be able to go on beyond that. So I'm just saying, as I always say, have your pen and paper handy, because Andrea, again, during the course of the show, will give you this contact information, and want to make sure that you're able to get it. Now, I wanted to ask you, because you gave us your contact us at Perfect Choice Cleaning Solution. Is that .com?
.com.
Okay. Now, as she said, that's a little lengthy, but I want to ask you this also, Andrea. You said you have a Facebook page, correct?
I do.
Which is a lot simpler, I believe.
It is. It's Perfect Choice.
Perfect
Just look up Perfect Choice. And this logo, you know, the heart, the Perfect Choice in a heart with a little daisy on it, that's the absolute logo picture.
And so that way, and all the other information, contact information, your email, and everything else that a person might need, they can get on Facebook. So I know everybody's not on Facebook. But sometimes, you know, you don't even have to have an active a page in the sense that you're always putting something on, which I do. But it's good to have these little links, because there's so many things that will come to you if you're part of the whole social media arena, that is. But if you're not a part of it, then you're going to go along with hearsay or something through the grapevine. And if you're not taking notes on the grapevine, then you're going to miss that as well. So we also always need access to a broader base of information. And that's what we try to do here with the feedback program, give you a broad array of topics, information, and the motto of Hood Research is people would do better if they knew better. But if you don't know, you can't do it.
Well, I do want to backtrack just a little bit, because I really understand the importance of writing things down. And I really want to encourage your listeners and viewers to, when you write something down, if you just find scattered pieces of paper to write things on like I do, absolutely compose it into a book, something that you'll have all the time, instead of having sheets of paper here and there and there and there.
And what I've done, and I'll just say this for the benefit of anyone, I'm not going to support any particular business, but let's just say some of these dollar stores do have stationery. So it's very affordable. Just get you a little small notebook. I remember when I was in school, they had one. It's probably only like 2 by 3 inches or something, a little spiral thing, and it flipped over the top way. And they still have those kind of things. But just keep a notebook handy, because again, you don't want to trust your memory for everything that might come across your mind. If you got that notebook, then at least you can say, okay, yeah, well, that was at Grand River and Livernois. And then from there, you can, take off and go into what you want to do. And I want to say that I like this product, this idea, because as Andrea said, a lot of times, most of the detergents have fillers in there. So they put a concentrate in, just like, I guess, certain essential oils. You have the concentrated version, and then you disperse it or you dilute it by adding other oils to it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a caller, so let's let the caller chime in.
Okay.
Caller, you're on the air. If you give us your name and how you're viewing us, please.
Lysol Silverado.
Happy Monday to you.
Radio.
I was just about to talk about you.
Radio, we can see.
Yes.
And I was able to actually put you on Facebook. So for those who want to see, and we can watch you again later to get the great information that I've been listening to. And I am one that have to write things down. I put it on the door so I won't miss appointments and events that I really want to go to. And I have journals all over the place, and I put a lot of information in my phone, especially the poems and other things that I need to look up when I need to use them. So, yeah, I think people need to get, serious about having a journal to write things down that they need, that's priority and mandated for them to use.
Mm-hmm. And I want to just say for the public's awareness that Sly Soul, Sly Gold is also an excellent wordsmith.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yes.
And if you will hold on, Sly, we're at the bottom of the top of the hour, rather now. Yes. And so we've got to take that FCC break. But as Theo would say, refresh your beverages and join us on the other side.
And we'll be back momentarily.
I'm James Ford, founder of Obama Weekend, and a partner of the Hood Research Team, composed of the knowledgeable Theo Broughton, the super analyst Henry, and the colorful Al Martin. This team discusses politics, seen and not seen, at the national, state, and local level. But to enhance the goals of this team, join or donate to Hood Research by visiting Twitter or Facebook, or visit hoodresearch.org, or call 248-234-2371. You can also join Hood Research on Phonecast every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by calling 978-990-5000, access code 338729. Thank you very much.
It's the These Nuts Show with your host, Butter and friends. Butter here, magician escape artist, practicing for my show tonight. Come on in, have a seat.
Everybody settle, Butter. You're on in 5, 4, 3, 2.
In a few seconds, you gotta be enough to get out of this one. Twist a little turn, ta-da! It's showtime. It's your old friend Butter here. I may be a nut, but I know to wear my mask. Please welcome my first guest tonight, fitness guru, Wally Wallman.
Wally Woodland here to tell you to wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds so you will stay healthy and strong like me.
Almond Cruz here, sliding in with the news. Distance is what we must do to stay away from the chew and other germs in the air that might be trying to get on you. Social distancing is a wonderful way to see friends. As long as you're 6 feet apart, you win.
Hey there, friends. I wouldn't miss this for the world. It's me, Pumpkin Spice, your healthy girl. Remember, it's important to use your kind hearts and follow the signs to stay healthy and safe at all times.
Chica Chewitsky here to say, don't forget the little ones that need you to lead the way. That's how we remember to wash our hands, mask, and social distance today.
Morgan Raisin. Yes, it's me, here to sing about health and safety. We are all here to help get a message out to your grapevine, teaching healthy choices to stay safe all the time.
Don't let these guys drive you nuts. Put your mask on first. They'll let you be. And it keeps me safe from the...
Chew!
That's trying to get on me.
Butter me up. She's right, you know. Thank you, Hallie Cranberry, for joining the show. Let's all be nuts about our health. Social distancing, wash your hands frequently, use hand sanitizer, and wear a mask. Practice what we learned to stay away from the chew germs. We're all in this together. Coming soon, the many adventures of these nuts in a theater near you.
WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpina,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you.
And also, remember, radio we can see. We are really enjoying this morning with Andrea Field and all of the important information that people need to know about. You know, it's important that you think about those products that are good for your health as well as good for your environment. And the opportunity to learn about it and to try it out is just waiting for you. You know, the orders that she shared with us today can be made for a substantial savings. So would you share that with us once again, Andrea?
Oh, absolutely. So, just for today only, and for those listeners of this broadcast, if you put Theo in the comments when you go to order, we'll give you the products for $10.99 postage paid instead of $12.99. And that web address is contact us. Oh, that's the email address. The web address is www.perfectchoicecleaningsolutions.com. perfectchoicecleaningsolutions.com, or you can email me at contact us at perfectchoicecleaningsolutions.com.
Mm-hmm. That is great.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Sly Stone, are you still with us? There she is.
Hey, you're cleaning. I didn't get the whole thing because I've been moving around and running my mouth because I want to support the veterans as well today.
Nice.
Shout out to all the veterans that sacrificed their families and their time and their life for us to have what we still looking for, American dream, liberty, and justice for all.
Yes.
Yeah, but with your products, was it just a cleaning? You said cleaning product. Does that include more than just laundry detergent?
So, well, actually, I have a developed list of 10 products that I will eventually become part of the Perfect Choice Cleaning Solutions family. But as of right now, we just have the laundry detergent sheets.
Okay. And you're going to expand on it.
Absolutely. I've already tried the next 3 products and know what they're going to be. It's just, it's a process. It's a process. The revenue has to be there.
That's a good thing. You got to get started to get to the finish line. You got to get a starting line. So that's a good thing.
Amen to that.
Because I remember one time, I don't know, I got a hold of probably was a sample or something, and I washed the clothes, and my whole body just broke out. So I had an allergic reaction to that particular product. So I think it is important that we use product that's safe for our bodies, our skins, and, whatever we put in and on top of our bodies.
Absolutely.
So much success to your business.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And just for all your listeners, if you have a dermatologist or a physician who's saying don't use products with fragrance in it, don't use products with fragrance in it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I wanted to make sure that Hood Research would make sure that we get the announcement out for the Marinas Friday. We'll have a filming there for for the debt owed, not a handout. So we can cover the reparation giants that John Conyers and Reparation Ray, and the film will be focusing on those who were part of the journey and the fight to support reparations.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a debt owed, not a handout.
Mm-hmm.
Where will that be?
Yeah. And that's going to be Friday, November the 15th from 6 to 8. And that's at the Montford Marinas on 13721 Joy Road from 6 to 8, November the 15th, Friday.
Right.
Yeah. So we're featuring the pioneers, Rosa Parks and Betty Shabazz and a number, then we're going to have special contributors and creative teams, and we're going to want some feedback after everybody watched this film.
Mm-hmm. And it's the Montford Marines Detachment 158. That's located on Joy Road, just a little west of Schaefer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
can I make a special shout out?
Schaefer, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Mumford Point Marines are the first group of Marines, Black Marines, who left Michigan to go to the service.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And President Franklin Roosevelt, was told that the white soldiers did not want to be on a battlefield with the Indians. And they, said it straight out. He didn't have a problem with it. Well, okay, so we'll just give them all that they need, their supplies, barracks, ammunition, etc. And they've been in existence ever since. It's 1941, right?
It's always amazing to me how those people who usually seem to be getting the best end of the stick end up becoming the most resilient, the most powerful, the most wise, the most innovative, the most ingenious people of all.
Because we are.
Amen.
It's in the DNA. It's in the DNA.
It's in the DNA. That should be a song,
Yes,
instead of them rapping about the dumb stuff, they should rap about that.
I'm working on it now.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
We're going to have to help them out with that rap.
Oh, please do. Please do. I kept saying, one day, the conscious is going to reveal that what they've been doing is not helpful to us at all, that they're being manipulated. And I think that it's a desperate need for us to focus on education.
Yes.
When they eliminated phonics, when they eliminated cursive, when they eliminated civics,
yes,
our 2-3 generations of graduates were just left hanging out there. There was a young person about a week or so ago in the Secretary of State's office to get a license, and they wanted a signature signature. You know, what's that? How do you put an X on a driver's license?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's sad. So I think it is incumbent upon us to participate within the school system, whether we have children there or not. Of course, mine are grown now, but I still attend some of the school board meetings. The board members and the superintendent must meet 12 months of the year. They don't get summer school out. They have to meet. And it's generally been the second Tuesday of each month. And matter of fact, today is Veterans Day, so you would not be able to confirm the meeting tomorrow. But it's possible that the meeting tomorrow is going to be at King High School. And it's an opportunity for you to hear what the board members and the superintendent have to report. But I attend the meetings basically to speak to the audience. Because if there's information that her research has received or meetings that we have had and other information has been analyzed, etc., I will talk to the audience about that. And you don't have all night to do this now. You have about 2-3 minutes. But you make your point so that they can talk to their families, friends, co-workers, etc. And perhaps a movement can start to make sure that civics gets back into the schools the way it should be. Decades ago, people used to go to the schools to vote, you know, and the students got an opportunity to see what that was about, what was going on. There was some parents that took their children and they learned that ways. However, for the process to go on in the school system, I thought was excellent. And when our last clerk was in office, the BD and I went down to, it was Cobo Hall, called Cobo Hall at that time, and participated in a huge election movement. And that was Jackie Curl, who was the last city clerk. But we went down and participated in that. And more people within our community need to take it upon themselves to do that. That's where the push comes from. Yes. But if you continue to allow them to dumb down our students, then we have elections like you've been witnessing.
That's how we get the elections so messed up. But I voted for Victor and Tawana, and I don't know if either one of them get in.
No, but they did. They came in quite high. They did not thin, but they came in quite high. I was proud of the way they turned. I think it was 4th and 5th, something like that.
And I believe that the effort to continue to dumb down Americans is the reason why propaganda, the mass media evils, devils in action, mainstream media is so easy for them to lie and manipulate to the people to keep them confused and constantly getting them to vote against their own interests.
Exactly. It's to create a new cult membership, and I call them the Kool-Aid group.
One of the things upon us
the
is
people to drink the Kool-Aid.
or bleach in this case.
Oh Lord!
But I think it's necessary for us to also try to be more, get them to be more proactive, because certain times, particularly, and I would advise people not to watch news too much because it can develop a certain amount of cynicism and some apathy, and people just don't want to even be connected to the system. And it's necessary for us to, Theo always emphasizes, this is something which I've been able to share too, that they have to realize how politics affects their life, whether they do or don't. So being a spectator rather than a participator is not going to get it. You can't just watch what's happening. Theo's got a little saying for that too.
Oh,
What are the 3 people, Theo?
Well, there are 3 groups of people. There are the people who make things happen. Then number 2, there's a group of people who watch things happen. But this third group, they got to be the Kool-Aid group. They look around and scratch their head and say, hey, I wonder what happened.
Yeah, because this election is definitely through the propaganda. It caused a lot of stress, anxiety, and fear.
Yes.
And because, like you said, people don't get involved, they don't do their own necessary critical thinking and researching,
Right.
then they apt to make mistakes and continue to add to the problem instead of the solution.
Right. Well, January the 6th was an example of two groups of people. The ones that were making things happen were the violent ones who took weapons with them to the Capitol. And then the other group, they were just kind of meandering along, and they said, well, we're supposed to do this because it wasn't right what happened. And so we have to go to protest. But they did not go to kill anybody. They did not carry a gallows to hang the vice president, who was Pence at the time. They had two gallows, one for him and one for Nancy Pelosi.
That's right.
They very, very little information about that. There are people killed. There's very little information about the people who were killed. The people were murdered. They didn't just drop dead. They were actually murdered, you know? And it just reminds me so much of Jim Jones and Guyana.
I'm noticing a lot of our black children and people are constantly coming up missing. As of October, I must have seen at least 4 to 5 different young black children, males and females, young, coming up missing, and they've been missing since October. And this is just a few that's being, presented.
Reported.
So that means, we knew all the time that they were coming up missing, but the numbers apparently are getting larger. So please watch your babies, watch yourselves, because people are definitely coming up missing. And we already know about the sex slave and organ trade. It's real, and it's always been real. And it's big profits in that for rich people to stay here on earth to continue the devastation of what they're doing to the rest of the population.
I heard that in one of your poems, sex trade and what did you say the other was?
Okay, sex, slave, and organ trade.
Trades. See, she does this all the time. You're gonna say what,
I
Andrea?
do. I read an article maybe 3 or 4 years ago about how traffickers pinpoint the children they're going to abduct. And one of the number one things they do is they watch families. They watch how parents interact with children. They watch you. They look for children, first of all, who are unkempt, who don't have, clean clothes or their hair isn't combed. Those are the first contingent of group of children they look for. And then they watch the families. See how often these children are left alone. See whether or not the parents are actually paying attention to them when they take them shopping. They look for opportunities to steal them, and they look within our ethnic group primarily.
So we're going to do a future show on that.
Yeah. So word to the wise, if you have children and you want to keep them and you love them, be mindful of them. Take care of them. Make sure their hair is combed. Listen, I reared my children on thrift store clothes. Nobody would ever know they were thrift store clothes because when I brought them home, I washed them and I pressed them. I made sure their hairs were combed. Things like that. So be mindful of your children. And it gives a signal that they're not available. Because somebody's watching.
There was
and
even
someone
the
will
case
report
that a child. There was
missing.
the case that a child went to the garbage can to dump the trash and never came back. So now I'm on my grandson. I'm watching them. I'm like, don't be sending them out here dark at night by himself talking about no trash bag, because children are known to go to the trash, and never come back from the trash dumpster.
Right. And that those probably weren't chance happenings. Based on that article I read several years ago, they probably knew that was the MO of that family and were just looking for that opportunity.
Right.
Right. Ooh, boy. Education.
Now, we haven't got to that point yet, but we're going to get
education.
No, well, yeah, we got problems there too. But in regard to this show, I know that we may have another 10 to 12 minutes or so.
Oh, my goodness.
So I want to be able to allow Andrea once again to provide her contact information.
Yes.
So that way, the listeners and viewers, if you didn't take notes before, I told you get your pen and paper handy now. Okay, this is the time to be able to take notes of what Andrea Fields has to share with you.
All right.
Well, my company name is Perfect Choice Cleaning Solutions, and my flagship product, where is it? There it is. my flagship product is Perfect Choice Laundry Detergent Sheets. No dyes, no waxes, no platelets, no parabens, gentle on sensitive skin, helps preserve the colors of your clothes over time, neutralizes odors, has built-in fabric softeners, so you don't need laundry detergent, liquid fabric softener sheets, or dryer balls. Just put your clothes from the washer to the dryer on medium heat, and you can use it as a pre-treater. My web address is www.perfectchoicecleaningsolutions.com, and if you go there or send me an email at contact us at Perfect Choice Cleaning Solutions and say Theo, you have to do it today, and you'll get the sheets for $10.99 post-paid instead of $12.99 each post-paid. Oh, my Facebook page is just Perfect Choice. On Instagram, I think I'm Perfect Choice Sheets. And on TikTok, I think I'm Perfect Choice Detergent. But anywhere you go, it starts with Perfect Choice. And this is the logo, this heart with the Perfect Choice in the center. Thank you for that.
All right. And the little Daisy.
I'm sorry. Oh, and the little Daisy. That's right. There's a Daisy.
All right.
Now, I have a question with something you said in the last section of the show. You were mentioning how a woman had put some of these laundry sheets when she goes out, like she went to a hotel or something like that.
Right.
So that's for like when people who, let's say they're going to stay someplace, Vegas for a week or something like that, they would use these sheets. But they're exclusively for laundry, correct?
They are exclusively for laundry. That's all I've used them for because that's what they were designed for. But you could probably, experiment with it.
Yeah, because
you know what? I shouldn't say laundry. I should say textiles, because that knit hat you're wearing, people wouldn't normally put it in the laundry, but you can put it in the laundry. I have area rugs that aren't necessarily machine washable, but people put them in the laundry. But it's a textile, tablecloth. So any type of textile, dowels, pillows. But just make sure you follow the manufacturer's instructions first and foremost.
Always.
Okay.
Now, Theo, we've got 9 minutes, so I don't want to wait till we get too deep into the show and then you give the contact information and all that good information about Hood Research. So we do that now, and then we'll get back to our guests.
All righty. Well, the first thing I say at the end of the program is it's not necessary for you to know everything. What is necessary is for you to know how to find what you need when you need it. We at Hood Research seek out as much information as we can to share with you and encourage you to share with us as well. And today we've had Andrea Fields on to share about her new product, Perfect Choice. We want you to know that the email for Hood Research is contact@hoodresearch.org. Again, that's CONTACT, little @ symbol, able to circle around it, HOODRESEARCH.org. Contact@hoodresearch.org. We also have a Facebook page, Hood Research. We have an email, which I have just shared with you. We have a phone number, which is area code 248-234-2371. Again, the telephone number for Hood Research is area code 248-234-2371. And we want you to know that each Monday from 9 until 10:30, we are right here at WHPR. We want you to know that. And we want you to know that each Saturday we have a conference call. And the conference call, by calling that number, you can get the conference call contacts. However, if you have your pen and paper handy, like the BD always says, the number for the conference call each Saturday is area code 978-990-5000. The conference call number for each Saturday, you dial 1, of course, area code 978-990-5000. It rings one time, and the access code is 338-729. Press the pound key. The contact access code for the conference call each Saturday is 338-729. Press the pound key, and you'll be on. You'll hear us talking. And that's every Saturday from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. That's every Saturday from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. And we encourage you to join us. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
If you go to hoodresearch.org, all that information will be on there, how to call or how to get on these Zooms through your computers.
Great.
For those who do have computers, hoodresearch.org will give you the meetings, information, numbers, and a connection.
And as she said, if you have a computer, you do have a computer. It's called your cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just a good boy. Right. Yeah, thank you for sharing
the
that.
A Dead Old and Not a Handout film screening is Friday the 15th, 6 to 8, 13721 Joy Road,
Right.
Montford Point, Marina.
That's right, Marines. You were gonna say what, the BD?
Well, I think that was primarily it, but now I think we got a few more minutes here. We got 3 minutes, okay? That's 180 seconds. I want to say that I think we should, I'm always one who, there are 7 principles for Kwanzaa. The one that I'm always pushing, although all 7 are very valuable to us, but we have Andrea Fields here, who is an entrepreneur. So I always go for Ujamaa, which is cooperative economics, supporting Black businesses. This product, Perfect Choice, biodegradable laundry detergent sheets, is something that we should support, not only for our benefit, but let's just say we're looking at things that's more healthy for us. I had a little trouble trying to get this picture up here on the screen. I got it right now. So this is it, Perfect Choice disposable laundry detergent sheets. Now, you can go to her Facebook page, which is Perfect Choice, and I believe that all the other information, the different stores that who provide this product are listed there. And do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, do the environment a favor. So now we're wrapping up, and I'm just going to say the little thing I always say. I want to first thank Andrea Fields for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
And I have a closing statement like Theo does at the end of the show. Mine is, if you want to be nothing, do nothing. But the only problem with doing nothing is you never know when you're finished.
Oh, thank you so much, Les, for being with us this morning to share your information as well. And we'll be looking forward to you being with us on this Friday from 6 until 8 p.m. Did she have? Did we know we lost her? All right. Well, tune in again next Monday at 9 a.m. Peace.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am the BD and Pina,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback.